The average knowledge worker is productive for just 2 hours and 48 minutes per day. You heard that right. Stanford Research Institute tracked thousands of office workers for 6 months, and the results were brutal. Out of an 8-hour workday, the average person is actually getting meaningful work done for less than 3 hours. The rest? Email ping pong, useless meetings, and what I like to call productivity theater, looking busy while accomplishing absolutely nothing. But here's the kicker. I'm about to show you how to flip this completely upside down, how to work fewer hours than you do right now, but multiply your actual output by 300%. And no, this isn't some guru nonsense. This is based on cutting-edge neuroscience research that most people have never heard of. Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll show you the 90-minute productivity matrix. That's about to change everything about how you work. Your brain operates like a Navy SEAL. Look, your brain isn't designed to marathon through 8-hour workdays. It's designed to operate in what neuroscientists call ultradian rhythms, 90-minute cycles of peak performance followed by 20-minute recovery periods. This is the same pattern Navy SEALs use in combat operations, and it's how your brain naturally wants to work. Here's what most guys don't realize. When you try to push through these natural cycles, you're not being disciplined, you're being stupid. It's like trying to sprint a marathon. Your brain literally starts producing stress hormones that make you dumber, slower, and more prone to mistakes. The 90-minute productivity matrix works with your biology, not against it. Instead of grinding for 8 hours and getting 3 hours of real work done, you work in 4 focused 90-minute blocks and get 6 to 7 hours of peak-level output. You literally double your results while working less. And the best part? You feel energized instead of drained at the end of the day. But society has brainwashed you into believing busy equals productive. Here's where it gets frustrating. Everything you've been taught about work is wrong. Your boss wants to see you at your desk for 8 hours. Your coworkers judge you if you take breaks. Hell, you probably judge yourself when you're not grinding 24/7. I used to be the same way. I'd sit at my computer from 9 to 6, feeling guilty every time I wasn't typing something. I thought productivity meant being busy. I thought success meant suffering. I was that guy answering emails at 11 p.m. thinking I was being dedicated when really I was just being inefficient. The truth hit me like a brick wall when I realized I was getting more done in my first hour of work than in my entire afternoon. My brain was fried by 2 p.m., but I kept pushing, producing garbage work that I'd have to redo the next day. Sound familiar? The conflict isn't just with your schedule, it's with your entire identity. We've been conditioned to equate hours worked with value created, but that's like measuring a car's performance by how much gas it burns instead of how far it goes. The hidden cost of ignoring your brain's operating system. This goes deeper than just being tired. When you ignore your natural 90-minute cycles, you're literally rewiring your brain for failure. Stanford's research shows that chronic cognitive overload leads to what they call continuous partial attention. Your brain gets stuck in a state where it can't fully focus on anything. You know that feeling when you're working but nothing feels sharp? When simple tasks take forever? When you read the same paragraph 3 times? That's not laziness. That's neurological damage from fighting your own biology. I watched this destroy my friend Marcus. Brilliant guy, MIT engineer, but he was trapped in the 8-hour grind mindset. By 3 p.m. every day, he was making mistakes that cost him hours to fix. He was working 60-hour weeks, but his output was garbage. His relationships suffered, his health tanked, and his career stalled because he couldn't see past the hustle culture lie. The escalation happens when you realize this isn't just about productivity. It's about your entire quality of life. When you're fighting your brain's natural rhythm, you're not just working inefficiently, you're living inefficiently. Elite performers have been using this secret for decades. Here's what nobody tells you. Elite performers across every industry are already using some version of this system. They just don't talk about it because it sounds too simple. Top executives structure their days in focused blocks. World-class athletes train in cycles with mandatory recovery periods. High-performing entrepreneurs batch their work into intense sessions rather than grinding all day. The difference is, they've figured out what most people haven't. Intensity beats duration every single time. The twist? The 90-minute matrix isn't just about work productivity, it's about life productivity. When you align with your natural rhythms, you don't just get more done at work, you have more energy for the gym, for relationships, for the things that actually matter. I discovered this accidentally when I got sick and could only work in short bursts. Forced to work smarter instead of harder, I accomplished more in those limited windows than I had in months of grinding. That's when it clicked. The limitation wasn't making me less productive. It was revealing how much time I'd been wasting. The 90-minute matrix that changes everything. All right, here's the system that's going to revolutionize your entire approach to work and life. It's deceptively simple, but the results are explosive. Block 1, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., deep work. Your most challenging creative tasks. Your brain is fresh, your willpower is highest. This is when you tackle the work that actually moves the needle. Recovery 9:30 to 9:50 a.m., complete mental break. Walk, meditate, or just stare out the window. No screens, no input. Block 2, 9:50 to 11:20 a.m., strategic work, planning, problem-solving, high-level thinking. Your brain is still sharp, but shifting into analytical mode. Recovery 11:20 to 11:40 a.m., physical movement, social interaction, or creative activity. Let your brain process. Block 3, 1 to 2:30 p.m., communication block, emails, calls, meetings. Handle the necessary but less demanding tasks when your energy naturally dips. Recovery 2:30 to 2:50 p.m., another complete break. This is crucial. Don't skip it. Block 4, 2:50 to 4:20 p.m., learning and development, skills training, research, or routine tasks that don't require peak creativity. That's it. 4 focused blocks, 3 recovery periods, and you're done by 4:20 p.m. But here's the magic. You've accomplished more real work than most people do in 10 hours, because every minute was intentional and aligned with your brain's natural capacity. Your next 90 minutes will prove this works. Look, I could talk about this all day, but you need to experience it to believe it. Your next 90 minutes are going to be different. Pick your most important task, the one you've been putting off or struggling with. Set a timer for 90 minutes. Put your phone in another room. Close every tab except what you need. And just work. You're going to be shocked at what you accomplish. Not because this is magic, but because for maybe the first time in years, you're working with your brain instead of against it. Remember, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You've just been using the wrong operating system. The 90-minute matrix isn't about working harder. It's about working like your brain was designed to work. Try this for 1 week, just 1 week. Track what you accomplish in your focused blocks versus your old grinding sessions. I guarantee you'll never go back to the 8-hour hamster wheel. Drop a comment below and tell me what you accomplished in your first 90-minute block. And if this helped you, smash that subscribe button, because I've got more systems like this that'll completely transform how you approach success. Your brain has been waiting for you to discover this. Stop fighting it and start using it.